Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. So, Jen has been at it. She has got a whole new attitude because, honey, she has got herself a man still. So she don't need anybody else. She doesn't need YouTube. She doesn't need her subscribers. So let's get to what Jen's got to say. So, Jen put out her video, and it's her last video. And it was a week ago, and it says, "You said it, I read it." Good old like and dislike ratio still turned off. Her and Jean made a new channel. It's called Life with Us. Of course, what do you know the first video is? It's got to be a food video. They did the good old Bean Boozled challenge. In this video, they doxed the whole building. You might ask, Kaya, how did they do that? Well, in the video, I'm going to show you. They had their neighbor, people in the community, tried the beans also. And in the background of the video, it shows room, da-da-da-da-da, so-and-so's name, da-da-da-da-da. Now, I'm sure if you guys know this and have older family members or grandparents or simply people that don't like social media, honey, my grandma would have a conniption if I put her address on there. I've tried to talk her into letting me do her makeup just because she always like, oh, how do you, get your makeup like that? And I tell her, it's different products. I'm not knocking cheaper makeup. Believe me, there's tons. I have all sorts of makeup. But Granny buys the cheapest of the cheapest and don't realize that there's different kinds of quantities of makeup, or excuse me, different kinds of qualities of makeup. So I've tried to get her to come on. Maybe when she gets more comfortable down the road. What I'm getting to is she is very private and she would have a conniption if her address got out on the internet. So, if you haven't checked it out already, we did food of the day, drink of the day, and snack of the day on my foodie video. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. We tried the new antioxidant Gatorade. We tried a new kind of apple out. So check that out if you haven't seen it. So let's get to Jen doxing the neighborhood, the community, and we will get to that.
You don't know what you're getting. So there's one.
This video was super cringe to me. It just seems, Gene's got his arm around the wheelchair. How many videos? This is where my troubles come in with Jen. Now, I'm sorry if you hear noises in the background. It's my dog, Shuggy, and she's got a ball. And let me see if I can give her a tiny piece of this apple. Now, I said in my last video, dogs cannot have this. They cannot have the middle. They cannot have the core, but they can have apple slices. So let's give her a little piece of apple and see. Here, Shug. Here, Simon. Come here, Babaloo. Here, Simon. There you go, buddy. Okay. Now, he's got his arm around the wheelchair, and there's nothing wrong with that, but get some furniture, Jen. Try to get up out of that wheelchair. It's like this going down to have the other people try the beans would have been a perfect example of just a little bit of exercise that she could have walked down there to get the people to try the beans. And yes, I know my nails look raggedy. I said it in the last video. I'm trying to let these 3 fall off, let them breathe, and then I will get them taken care of. Yes, I know it looks tacky before you come for me, but these puppies are on there and they're not budging. Thank God the rest have fell off, but I still got 3 scragglers. So, yes, I know it looks tacky before you come for me. I know that. I think it looks hideous. I hate when I have a couple nails. It drives me nuts. So, basically, let's just do a little bit of this, and then we'll get to the situation at hand.
One good flavor.
So they're doing the Bean Boozled challenge. God, I wish she would fix those lights in the background. Sweet Jesus.
So,
gray shirt as usual.
Like the blue, for example. There's one legitimate, good flavored of the jelly
Her
bean,
cheeks just
and then
look,
there's one disgusting.
gosh.
And you don't know what you're getting.
She just, her skin looks,
this,
I suffer with acne.
A little spinner, and you spin it, and it tells
Yes, Jen, we all know how to play Bean Boozled. Yes, we do. I've played it with my family before, playing holiday games. Do I think this was a good game for a food addiction person to try? Not for their first video, or maybe not at all. This just shows that Jen is resorting back to her old habits, if she has even lost them, as we known from her grocery haul. Check out my last video of Jen if you haven't seen that. Jean's just being Jean. We're going to talk in the background here. She doesn't have it on because she's probably got a lot of backlash, but she does have it. See right here, as if you can see. Right there. Jen has a TV monitor that watches people go in and out all day. I think that's kind of weird and kind of stalkery. I don't think Jen is like the neighborhood watch. Let me know in the comments. Maybe that's why she has it. I know that we've covered one day. She was waiting for the ups man, and I thought, you really need that to wait for the ups man? You can't get up and look at the people or go down and sit and wait for him? Like, I think it's just an excuse to look at people in the building, to be honest with you. See who's coming, see who's going. I don't know, but I find it, you know, it's different, you know, to have a security system if things are coming up missing. I got cameras all around. You know, I've got a swimming pool. I've got warning signs, a fence around it, make sure nobody's kids get in, etc. That is why I have them. But, and my dogs, where I'm at, possibly there's coyotes. But I think when you're living in assisted living, I don't think anybody's going to come kidnap you or, you know, I think that's a bit fishy, to be honest. I think it's invading people's privacy to watch them come and go and learn their schedule. I think that's a bit fishy. Let's get on with it.
To pick up, but it doesn't tell you what you're going to pick up.
So we've got good old Gray Shirt here. Gray Shirt's in the questions and answer video too. Sorry, I've got a knife over here. What's this?
Yeah.
Let's see if we technician can fix this real quick.
He's a very snarky guy, I've noticed.
I'm going to read to you the potential flavors that are...
Yeah, just bash the shit out of it. That'll work.
So extra.
Yes, he is. You're right about that. So, I noticed something that I want to come across really interesting. And this is where I have not liked Gene since the striking of Cupcake Vegan. I think that he came on the YouTube scene a little bit in a rush. And YouTube is a community, different ones. And, the hater community, you don't want to go for them right away, and you don't want to mess with us because we all do stick together, and we are one heck of a community. So, I think coming at the gate, striking Cupcake Vegan, that left a bad taste in my mouth off rip. So, Gene makes a video saying that Gene won't get on the bus. I mean, he's just snarky as heck in this video. He wishes he had a car. Life could be, I ain't get on the bus with other people. Well, you know what happens when you get on the bus with other people and go to a job each day? You can buy a car. Yay! That's what happens when you have money. You can buy all sorts of things. You can pay your own way in life. You think anybody buys me all this stuff? Because they don't. I buy it all myself. All this stuff I buy. This shirt, this bra, these earrings, this whole stuff, Kaya buys. So you know what? You know how you get a car? If you got to go on the bus and then you got to get to work, you save your money up for a car. That's how you can get a car. Wow. He was very, very snarky in this video. Saying, not in this video, in one of his videos, saying that he ain't going to get on the bus and he really wishes he had a car. And you know what? Nobody owes you nothing. And government taxpayers and assisted living owes you nothing. You two aren't disabled. No, you can't. You can sit around and eat jelly beans. You can work. Yeah, do something. Hustle. I don't say you have to punch into somebody's time clock. What about them little drawings we had going on for a minute? Hustle up something. You don't have to punch into somebody's time clock to have a job. I've argued this with my family members before. As long as you're making money paying your bills, you don't have to punch in. Start your own business. Make soap. Make bath bombs. Do something. Make clothes. Draw, like you said. What are you doing? Sorry, Simon's looking at the mirror in my dresser. You want to sit up here for a second, Pumpkin Boy? Now, Pumpkin Boy, you can't have any apples. You just can't. Have a seat, please. No, we're not going to do this. Anyways, Simon, no. So, my theory was you could get a car if you... Simon, no. You could get a car and you could get a cool little dog. You can get all sorts of stuff with money. This dog is my absolute best friend, and he was quite a chunk of change. And that's not, I'm not bragging, but that's the things that money can buy when you don't worry about everything else and everyone else taking care of you. It was very snarky, and I think it was very entitled. He said in the past that his parents, he took care of them. So what I'm gathering here is, and this video is probably going to make a lot of people mad, but I'm going to say it. He took care of Mom and Daddy, so Mommy and Daddy took care of him, which bought his beer, which paid for all of his habits. So, has Gene had a job for a while? I don't know, but let's get to it. So, they're playing Being Boozled. We're going to put Simon down. Let's just say bye, Pumpkin Boy. I know, I love you too, guy. Okay, so Gene proceeds to bash the shit out of the spinner, and he'll be back, so let's get to it.
It's fixed.
Her skin just, she looks so unhealthy right here.
Let me read to you.
Oh, sorry. I was doing his work.
Let me read to you the potential flavors that we could get.
I can't imagine...
Stink bug.
Now, I can't imagine, and listen to me, before you come for me, listen what I'm saying before you go keyboard warrioring it. I get on here, just like last video, no makeup. Honey, I let my skin rest all the time on here. But, change your shirt. You got a couple bucks, we see you buy different things, you spent $10, or maybe... I'm not going to go there, but maybe EBT spent $10 to buy the brownie mix. Whatever the case may be, Jen gets her little YouTube coins. I got plenty of friends that are bigger. I'm bigger. Sometimes I wear a 1X, sometimes I can wear a 2X. Check out an item I just hauled in my last video. It was a 2X. You can buy clothes. You can find stuff on sale. Change the shirt. Look at Gene, and we know that I'm not a big fan of Gene, but Gene's got...
Or toasted marshmallow.
He's got his shirt on.
There's rotten egg.
Excuse me.
Or buttered popcorn.
He's got his shirt on. He's got his hair cut. He's cleanly shaven.
Peach.
Put a little bit of work into your appearance. I'm not saying, you know, full-blown makeup every day, but switch it up a little bit. It's like you see her with the same PJ pants and the same gray shirt. Now, mine issues, she said she has 6 of them, but they've all got the same stretch neck. Now, when we go back, look at this to the next video, back to the questions, it's the same shirt.
Stinky socks. Or tutti frutti. Dirty dishwater. Or birthday cake. Toothpaste or berry blue. Canned dog food or chocolate pudding. Spoiled milk or coconut.
You guys, this girl is just Foodie Beauty with a softer, nicer tone. That's all it is. Minus some of the drama, I will say that. But Jen is starting to pick up the drama if you notice. Now, this video, we're going to get to the doxing, and then we are going to go back. Okay, here we go. We are going to go back. Now, I will say this. The neighbor people seem very lovely people. They do seem super cool, nice, funny. So, we're not going to go for them because they seem like really lovely people, actually. They do seem pretty cool, and it was neat that they tried this. But I think for the first video, excuse me, and for a food addict, this was the wrong video to start out with. I just think coming at the gates, this was asking for trouble. Now look behind this gentleman here, the neighbor, and look at the back here, and you can see everybody's name. You can see which room. She doxed her whole neighborhood, my friends.
So we'll let Tracy go first.
Look at this board here, you guys. This is where everybody, here. And there's different angles at it. I'm just showing you, like, hold on a second. This board behind here has everybody's names. And there we go. Look at that. And the people seem very lovely. Don't get me wrong. Like, these two seem awesome and hilarious. Now, you can see, obviously, I'm showing you here on a tablet. But you can see it clear as day. 107, da-da-da-da-da. Well, I'm not going to mention anybody's name because that's not how I roll. I would never dox anybody. But it's got room. Da-da-da-da-da. Name. Da-da-da-da-da. Room. I mean, she literally, it doxes everybody. There's 2 boards. And other than the lady's head, you can clearly see, you know, you can see, it looks like somebody has my name, for God's sakes. But anyways, I thought that was pretty shady. I thought that wasn't cool. I know, like I said, I just mentioned, older people are very private, and I'm telling you guys, if somebody got wind of this video in her complex, they would probably not be too happy about their address board being showed. What's wrong, Mr. Pigs? I'm sorry, buddy. Mr. Pigs is over it. You guys, Gene with the car, though, I mean, he was a self-entitled, he just threw a, I ain't getting on the bus with a bunch of people. I was like, you ain't never going to have a car at that rate. What are you going to do, get YouTube famous and buy you a car? Get a car like everybody and buy a car. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, and welcome.
You guys, this is not the little sweet Jen that everybody thought. And look at the person that has became. I think Jen's true personality and true colors are coming out. We're not going to do this because it's super long, and then we'll get to the key points. But just check out some of her attitude here. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, so, okay, now, I also noticed in this that there is a count, and we'll get to that in a second, that is going hard on anyone that comments. A lot of people that I've talked to suspect it is Jean. The name of the thing is Mother of something. I think it's Mother of Sons. This account is going hard on anybody that comments anything throughout all these videos. It's the same couple accounts. There's like 2 or 3 of them, and they are just letting people have it. Even comments that aren't super mean, they are letting people have it. Let me read some of this and we'll get Yeah, okay, so in this, she covers that she's too busy. Life got beside her. That's why they just waited a minute to start. They were going to start their channel together a long time ago, but life got busy. And that's why they decided to make the Bean Boozled, because life got busy. I think the second channel is just a cash grab to maybe try and get Jean a car. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Oh, Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty was watching the Bean Boozled. She said, this is thought, I think it was, what'd she say? I should have. Anyways, Foodie Beauty was lurking in Jen's comments like, oh, this was so fun. Ha ha ha. Yeah, the sock puppet jumping on. She's playing in the wheelchair, of course. Da 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 da. Yeah, anyways, basically I think it's a cash grab, the second channel. So you got Jen's channel, Jean's channel, the channel together. I think this is a cash grab for Jen to get Jean a car. So, let's get to it. So, Jen's at 24,000 8K and some change. We're still Jennifer, Gwen, Ann. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know if that, like I said it before, to try and get rid of the drama and the things that have followed her Life by Jen. But if you look up Life by Jen, it just simply comes up. Dislike to ratio, still off, still in wheelchair. The background lights are all over the place, uneven. And if you notice the pictures here on the background, I don't think Aaron Boy has had enough time to do the pictures. So let's get to it. And if you look in this back corner here when we get started, look back by this table here and all the pictures are laying on the ground. So it's like, you know, you got no job, you got nothing cracking. Why not have Aaron Boy hang those up?
For those of you who are new, welcome to you as well. Today I'm going to be reading viewer comments, seeing what you guys had to say. A lot of you guys had very strong
see the pics here in the background on the floor.
The grocery haul video, and we will be discussing that as well as kind of the direction of my channel in regards to my subscribers, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But first of all,
we're definitely going to get to that.
Exciting. I think it's exciting. I'm excited. Finally, Jean and I have our video up on our joint channel. The name of that channel I will put right here. It's called Life with Us, and you can, I'll also leave the link in the description.
Oh, hold on, guys. Let's get past all this. We already talked about all this. Let's see here. I thought I put, yeah, there's no weigh-in this week. There was no weigh-in. People were kind of salty about it. Yeah, people were kind of salty about, she eats 12, she talks about making 12 truffles. I think that's just a disaster. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Let's get, she talks about making 12 truffles. Why would you set yourself up? If they're ready, you know you're going to eat them. I mean, not to be shady, but you're going to eat them if they're ready. Okay.
Definitely not something that is going to be eaten.
Hold on.
all the
Oh, I
time,
missed it.
But that's just what I'm throwing it in the freezer. Pizza, I didn't mention pizza.
Okay.
Although I still have a couple pizza crusts, cauliflower pizza crusts. Eggs every day. When he eats eggs, we usually
Sorry, guys.
scrambled eggs.
All
my videos.
Okay, here we go.
So the first comment is from Christine Barbary, and Christine says, peanut butter and jelly, 6 packages of cream cheese.
Look at her face.
Chocolate, pizza, brownies, bread. You will never lose weight on that diet. Alright, so let's just address this. There was a whole big scandal, and she didn't even include the eggs. There's a whole big scandal about the egg gate. People were so alarmed.
Whoever came up with the egg gate.
I bought that many multiple times in the past, and nobody seemed to really care.
Good old shrimp gate, good old egg gate. You guys are amazing.
There's not just one anymore, and we do go through a lot of eggs. Jean has 3 to 4 eggs every day. When he eats eggs, we usually have scrambled eggs and bacon or an omelet, probably 4 to 5 times a week. And just for him, he eats 3 or 4 eggs. I usually eat 2 or 3. Plus, there's truffles. Just yesterday, I made 12 truffles. I used 5 eggs for that.
12 truffles.
So there's a lot of eggs going on being used in our house, and that's not just for 1 week. That will last us 2 weeks, usually. So, you know, that's just the facts of it, because I'm not feeding just myself anymore. The 6 packages of cream cheese frightened some people, or they were appalled by it, but it was on sale, and when it's on sale, I'm going to stock up on it and put it in the freezer like I explained in the video. I have no problem with throwing it in, throwing it in the freezer when it's on sale. That's just what I do. As far as pizza, I didn't mention pizza, although I still have a couple pizza crusts, cauliflower pizza crust in.
Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's get to, okay. Let's get to the next question here.
I will definitely have a brownie.
Hold on.
But we didn't mention pizza.
Okay.
The brownies are keto-friendly brownies. Definitely not something that is going to be eaten all the time, but on a rare occasion for a treat, for something sweet, I will definitely have a brownie.
Honey, she is going to have a brownie when she wants to. She don't care what y'all think.
Another person doing keto that had the same kind of brownies. That's why I decided to.
Another person doing keto that had the same. So we're kind of like, we're pulling an Amberlyn and we're pulling a Foodie here. Well, it's keto. As somebody else did it. We've been through this before, guys. What's good for the goose might not be good for the gander. It's like these women use these crutches. Well, so-and-so did it. So-and-so, so I'm going to. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's system is different. Just because another person can eat a brownie, a keto brownie that we're calling it, doesn't mean you yourself could eat 2 brownies. I myself could eat 2 of the same brownies and gain different weight than you. Not everybody's body functions the same. And that's where I have my problem comes in with them. It's like, well, so-and-so did it. Well, I seen this on the internet. Well, they did it. No, not everybody's body functions the same. It doesn't take a rocket. I may stub my toe. It may be cool. You may stub your toe. Your damn toenail might fall off. I mean, it's just, it's tit for tat. Who does what on here?
Try them. The bread, as I explained, was not.
Now watch this. She contradicts herself.
And
the bread's for Jean.
Jelly. Peanut butter is actually okay on keto. I have the all-natural peanut butter, the no sugar added kind. The jelly I thought was lower in carbs, as I said, and when I read the carbs, I found out that it is pretty high in carbs, so I will not be having jelly. But a peanut butter sandwich is one of my things that I eat at night if I get hungry. Well, actually not a sandwich with real bread, but my Truffles. I have that occasionally if I'm hungry at night.
Slipped up,
I just finished today a 14-hour fast. I'm not up to 16 hours yet, but I did do 14 hours. Slowly working up to 16. Hopefully by the end of the week I'll be at 16 hours. But if I do get hungry at night or in between a meal or whatever, I have a chocolate with peanut butter. It just tastes good.
Thought we had a peanut butter sandwich at night when we got so full of contradiction, full of just, you guys, they're all the same. It's like they slip. Oh, the bread was for Jean. I have a peanut butter sandwich at night if I'm hungry. Oh, no, I have it with a chaffle. Come on now. We're going to speed this up. We got a couple things to haul. I'll show here in a minute. And this is what I found was foul. Basically, she comes at her viewers and talks about wanting to... Here, let's do one more thing and then we'll get to that. Because this is funny. This makes her mad. And she don't know what to say. Okay, yeah, it's coming up, but let's get to it.
The book was bought at Walmart, but I just found it at, on Amazon. I'm sure you can find it multiple other places as well.
Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's go on to the next comment. The next comment comes from Linda Myers, and Linda says, you could stand and chop up your food. You really need a cutting board. This is not your home to cut food on the landlord's kitchen counters. Okay.
She really wants to say something.
I could stand more than I do. I totally agree that and admit to that. But I was making a video. When I stand for a very long time, or any extended period of time, I get very winded. So it's my choice to sit while I prepare food so I can be comfortable while doing it. There are times when the video is not rolling that I do stand, but I don't do that all the time.
I don't believe it. She's another Amberlyn. She would want that praise.
Cutting boards, I agree. It's just something that we have needed, and we've just neglected. We've bought other things and just haven't bought a cutting board. As far as the landlord's kitchen counters, my kitchen counters are pretty in good shape. They're in perfect shape. They're not cut up at all. It's very forgiving, thankfully. I'm not saying that that's an excuse to keep doing so.
She don't know what to say.
I don't want to ruin my kitchen countertops either, but they are not getting ruined. They're in perfect condition. Ruby Sprott, I'm thinking that's how you say Ruby's name. And Ruby says, don't your cats walk on the counters that you're
This pisses her off too.
Actually, my cats rarely get on the counters anymore. We have been very up on keeping them off. We've been using the squirt bottle when they do jump up. There are occasions where they are allowed to sit on the end of the counter. And yes, the counter where we were chopping. But before we make food, they are Clorox down with Clorox wipes. And then wiped down with a water clean rag. Gene doesn't even like to leave the Clorox wipe formula on the countertops because he doesn't like the taste of it mixed with his food. So it's very cleanly. He is self-confessed a little bit of a germaphobe, so he definitely takes very good care in making sure things are clean before we use them. So I understand some people have a problem with that. I would never put any kind of myself or anyone else in danger when preparing food.
Did you catch that? He keeps things... Oh, I thought that was a piece of fuzz. My bad. He keeps things in order. He. Foodie Jr. Can these people help take care of their household? You had this apartment before Gene came along. Second off, I don't have a cat and I have dogs. But if you sprayed my dogs with the water bottle, first and foremost, I think that is a horrifying way to train your cats. I don't know much about cats. I'm allergic to them. I had one when I was young. My dogs like the hose when it's summertime. That's a whole different thing. They're playing. They're enjoying it. They're running up to it. Simon will drink out of it. Sugar Bear will bite the water. I don't think... Correct me in the comments. I don't think you're supposed to spray them with the water bottle to discipline them. And then if you rewind, she says she lets them set at the end of the counter sometimes. You are giving them a false sense of they don't know what. Can we sit on the counter? Can we not? They don't know to set in that exact spot. They're not trained to set in one area. They don't know to set in that spot. So what happens when you let them back on the end of the counter? Of course they're going to come trucking. Sorry if you see my tripod shake. My dogs are laying here right under my feet. But you're spraying them. Get up, pick them up, and put them down and say, no, kitty. Or like I said, I'm not familiar with training cats, but I don't think you're supposed to spray them with water. I don't think that's how you train a cat to do things. Let me know in the comments. I don't think that's right. So, let's get to it, and then we'll get to our haul. I don't want to make this a million hours, but completely smug in this. Constant defense, constant anything anybody says, giving her criticism. She's got a rebuttal for it. Jen is basically, I'm telling you guys, this whole video is 32 minutes and 28 seconds long, and it is just defense mechanism after defense. There's no thank you. Maybe I'll keep that in mind. Oh, good idea. Maybe I'll try this. No constructive criticism for her. It went out the window. It's just, oh, well, I have an excuse for this. I have an excuse for this. No weight loss this week. Nothing so far, nothing last week. I think that's kind of showing where things are and where things are at. So, let's get to the brunt of it here. And let's get down. Oh, she also says she has leg cramps. That she thinks it's part of her diet and dehydration. No, you probably have leg cramps because you're not walking. Your legs probably hurt. Sorry, you guys. Your legs probably hurt because you're not walking around. She can buy a $10 bag of brownies, but can't buy a cutting board. You know, guys, if she buys a cutting board, it's just going to be a cheap little Dollar Tree cutting board. And there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm getting to is she'll spring for a $10 bag of brownies, but she won't buy a good cutting tool that she could use for fruits, vegetables, meats, etc. Something that's going to last, but yet she'll dump $10 on some brownies. Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, basically just, basically it's just, she likes almond flour in the Truffles, chocolate chips, all the excuses about desserts, da-da-da-da-da. She's so snotty in this. She's trying so hard to be nice, but she's really having a hard time. Like I said, she's not taking any of this into constructive criticism. It's just no. What I can do, my excuse.
Say on my side, but supporting me. And that is what I'm blaming nobody for my setbacks but myself. I know that I am caused myself to be the way I am. I take full responsibility for that.
Hold on, guys. We're going to go back, but the look on her face.
So first of all, thank you, Lynn, for that comment. I appreciate it. And this just leads into what I have to talk about.
Okay, here we go.
So in the last video, people were pretty vicious. And
no, Jen, they're holding you accountable. They're sick of this over and over, year after year.
I have, outside of the things that I'm doing in my life,
sorry, guys, I'm trying not to catch the glare where it's making a second screen.
My main existence. I post my videos because I enjoy sharing my life. I enjoy sharing my struggles.
Sorry, I know you guys see a little.
Because I know that there are people out there who are struggling just as much as I am, who are trying to get it right, and I am blaming nobody for my setbacks but myself. I know that I am caused myself to be the way I am. I take full responsibility.
Look
for
at
that,
just the snarky attitude.
I'm also just trying to find my way through life, and that's what we're all doing. We all screw up, whether it's in our weight, in drugs, alcohol, overspending, bad relationships, whatever it is. None
She's
of us
trying
are
to push
perfect,
the focus, like, oh, other people.
And that's what I'm doing. I mess up. I probably should take advice from people that I don't, and that's not to say that I'm going to take advice from people, random people on YouTube. That is the least place, the last place that I would take advice from is a bunch of random people that everybody thinks that they have the answers to my life.
This girl has changed so much now that Jean's around. I think this has always been her character here, and I think this has always been her demeanor. But before, she was lonely, she was sad, and she had nobody, and she didn't have Jean around. So now that she's got Jean around, her whole demeanor has changed. So let's get into what she's about to say, and this is where I say adios, because if I was one of her subscribers, this would have done me in right here. You don't treat people like that have supported you when there was no Jean. When Jean didn't live there. She always talked about how she had no friends and had no outside life. And she was so happy to have her supporters. Get ready for this one. Hold on to your seats, because this is Jen right here. I think now that Jean's around, she's got some attitude and some snarkiness. So listen what she says here. And if you're one of her subscribers, I truly feel bad, because it's really sad that somebody, you know, would treat their subscribers like this. And this is why I say people like this, it's sad that they have that many subscribers, because they're just another number to them, and they're just another count.
My doctors have the answers to my life, and sometimes I don't listen to my doctors because I think that I know it all.
This girl doesn't want to change.
And that is not the case, but in my head, I think I do. So when I do screw up, when people come at me, people like to use the excuse that they're just being real. People can be real without being rude. And they can use that excuse and pretend that they're just being real all they want. We all know that normal functioning adults, healthy adults, don't leave the kind of comments that a lot of these people do. And it's sad because
Listen to this, you
when
guys.
you look at their comments, when other people look at their comments, they can see how they are just as bad off as I am.
Negative ghostwriter.
And that's fine. And it, like I said, it doesn't bother me. I don't even respond to them anymore. I just completely ignore them. Sometimes I don't even read the comments. I'll read the comments on a video for like the next 24 hours or so, but then after that, I rarely go back and look at the comments anymore. For one, I don't have time.
So first off, if you comment in her video after 24 hours, you might as well not even comment because it's a wrap, because she just said she doesn't go back and look at them, which we all know that's a crock of BS. Like I said, in her comments, there's somebody lurking around that anything anybody says, it's comment after comment. I mean, boom. I know people go hard for their people that they watch, and I know that people go hard in certain communities for their community, but in all of her videos, all the different ones, this certain account, there's 2 or 3 of them, but the one completely is going hard. Anything, even if it's not a mean comment, I mean, you can't comment in this section without this account going hard. And even a couple people are like, okay, Jen, okay, Jean, get out your sock puppets. So, listen to all this. This is where I think it's shady, and she's being shady to her subscribers, because how that's just disrespect. Like, that's like me saying, well, you guys can only comment so far in the beginning. No, I read every comment. Even if somebody comments a month in this video from now, I'm going to reply. I'm going to say hello. Hey, how you doing? Or reply back. Let's listen to this.
But my problem is, what I'm having a problem with right now is that people, and I disagree with the fact that a lot of my subscribers are not good people. A lot of my subscribers are very good people, and they're very sweet and positive people, but they're not commenting because I've gotten several messages over the last few days. I've gotten direct messages as well as emails from several people who have told me, and they've sent screenshots of the comments they've left, that have gotten attacked for being positive and being, like, I don't want to say on my side, but supporting me. And
Now, you're going to get that everywhere. Everybody gets that. I've had somebody trolling me. I told you guys the other day. That's all part of being on YouTube. No. What I think is happening is I think all her subscribers are starting to tell her the truth, and they're sick of this madness, and she wants to turn off the comments and not let people comment. I think these comments are getting to her, and that is her way of shutting off, and in her mind, keeping this little happy, positive, soft-spoken world, be this, be that. You do that. You practice what you preach. What is it? Be the light or be the... Hold on, we'll find out if she says it, but you got to practice what you preach. I'm a recovering addict. We've said this before. I can't come on here being like, stay clean, stay happy, never do drugs. Shit happens. People go through things, and that's all a part of life. It's what you do to get out of that, to restart your life, to making a better life. I'm not saying that it's, bad for this. I'm not saying, but these women can all turn this around. If people can get over alcohol, drugs, whatever your vice might be, there's things on My Strange Addiction. Some people eat different things, eat objects. Whatever your vice may be, if you do enough therapy, enough counseling, hit the books, do everything you're supposed to do, things can be fixed. It is not rocket scientist. It just takes time and effort and constant work and time and effort. So don't ever, I've said this before, don't ever let nobody tell you, oh, you're going to be like that forever. Oh, you're always going to be like that. You can't change. Yes, it can be done. And I'm a prime example of it. So what I think here is I think that she's losing, she's taking the voice of freedom and the speech away from her following. That's all she's doing. And as you guys have seen with Foodie Beauty, that's not a good look. People don't like that. People don't like to be silenced. I don't care how bad things got and what I was going through. You don't silence your following. What, they're just supposed to watch you and have no input, especially when you're supposedly on a weight loss journey? That's not how this works. It's called freedom of speech.
That is what hurts me. That
no, the truth is
somebody
what
else
hurts
gets
you.
attacked on my channel. For me, you want to attack me, you can come at me all day long. It doesn't bother me one
No, you
bit at all.
can't. You can't
But when
give her
you
any
come at
kind of
people who are
criticism.
supporting me and my true subscribers who enjoy leaving comments, positive comments, that's when I get upset. And it has upset me.
Sorry, guys.
So I've been thinking of a way to stop it, and
Look how
I know
happy
I said
she
I
is
wasn't
about
gonna delete
this.
comments or block people, which I haven't. I haven't deleted or blocked anything because I don't have the time and I don't have the desire to.
She's a busy girl, guys.
But with that being said, with people being attacked, I won't stand for that. So I have appointed 2 people that I know and I trust
You and
to
Jean.
be my moderators, and they will be blocking and deleting people who attack other people.
Listen
you can
to
say
this
whatever you want
coming up.
to say about me, but you will not, and I repeat, you will not go after people that leave supportive comments for me. You will be blocked. If it is harassing to them, you will be reported, and the comment
Oh, are
will be
we
deleted.
gonna tattletale?
Reporting you probably won't do anything. I'm well aware of that because
Grow up. You are on YouTube. You are a 40-something-year-old woman. Grow up. If you were going to be on YouTube, that's what this is all about. There's stuff that I show that somebody might be like, ooh, that's ugly. I don't like it. I think your shirt's ugly. I hate the new palette you just got that you showed. Whatever the case may be, they may be like, oh, stupid-ass recovering drug addict. Everybody's got their own opinion. Do you think I give a shit what anybody thinks about me? No. Why? Because I have a life outside of YouTube. And that's where things get wild. Before Jean came, this was her world. She loved her subscribers. They were everything to her. They were all she said she had. And now she's about to shit on everyone and take their freedom of speech away. Listen. Oh, and don't forget, she's going to turn everyone in. Come on now. Move on. Let it go. People are always going to have their opinions. That's why it's called an opinion. But if you start taking their voice away, it ain't going to be good. I can tell you that.
I know.
And I'm not saying, hold up, let me rewind this before they try to come for me. I'm not talking about anything about you. I'm talking about you if you take your voice away from your subscribers by turning off the comments and starting to turn in people. That's going to start a fuel and a fire. Heads up.
And I've made new accounts just to continue.
You got accounts
stalking
too.
me. I can tell by the comments they leave. I know who they are.
We can tell
But
by
it really doesn't
Jean's
bother me that
comments. He
continue
gets so
doing that
frustrated.
because I just don't have the time to deal with it. But they'll have to go through the trouble of making new accounts because they will be blocked.
They will be
not
blocked.
be harassing my supporters, my subscribers, people that want to interact and it to be a positive place for people to come to. So that's going to change. There will be twister. There will be people being blocked and deleted and reported. Like I said again, reporting them probably won't do anything. I'm well aware of that, but it's still my right to report people. It's still my
And
right.
it's still their right to freedom of speech, Jen. It's still their right. It just makes no sense. It's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to tattletale. Well, it's their freedom of speech. As long as they're not telling you something crazy or making threats to you, it's their freedom of speech. See, that's what we're not getting here. Back to the goose and the gander. These girls think they can do stuff, but when the heat comes back on them, or when they get little comments they don't like that shit. They don't like it. I'm telling on you. I'm telling YouTube. I'm going to try and get a hold of YouTube. Man, get out of here.
Encourage you guys. If you do leave a supportive comment or an encouraging comment and you do get attacked and somebody leaves you a nasty comment, report them. Definitely report them and block that person.
And I'm not saying that's right to go after somebody's followers. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Don't respond to them because they want the attention. There are a couple people that are just dying for me to respond to them because they want the attention. And I'm just not going to do it because they don't deserve my time or my energy. I am not going to dwell in the negative energy. I have enough on my plate trying to get myself into the right place of losing weight. I'm not going to drive myself deeper into negativity. I'm staying above that. I'm staying in the positive. The air is much better up here, and it's a much happier place.
You mean down there?
I'm very happy in my life right now. I have a really wonderful relationship. Me and Jean are doing well, and we are learning more about each other and living with each other, and our plans for the future are happy ones, and I'm just not going to bring myself down and put myself in a bad mood because other people have decided that they're not happy with my life. So that's my little announcement. Blocking, deleting, and reporting is going to be coming back from my moderators. I'm going to take a step back from doing that.
They're the moderators, you guys.
All my trust in them. I know that they are completely trusted by me, and I know that they will do the right thing. So I thank them ahead of time for keeping my channel a positive place. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all you guys who help keep it positive and you are supportive. Even the people that are real with me, that are real in a positive, not rude way. There's, like I said, there's a way to be real without being rude, and I'm pretty sure we all know what that means. So that is all I have to say for today. I'm going to take a couple days off, regroup, and get myself in a better place, and then I'll be back with weigh-ins, what I'm eating, and some more recipes. And I can't wait to share with you guys my journey, my continuing journey, my ups and my downs.
That's in her video. I don't know what that noise is.
Remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye, everyone.
Practice what you preach, my friends.
Hey, everyone.
And that's where I think it's crazy. Practice what you preach, my friend. Her and Jean are the moderators. If you look at the comments, like I said, it's somebody, people can't even comment on there without this one account just going hard at them. I hate things like that when people are like, oh, you can say whatever. It's really sad when your own followers can't talk back and forth or have a conversation. This person that was commenting back, then if it wasn't them, she should have got at them and blocked that person that was coming for all of her following. See, that's where things get wild. This certain account, the mother or whatever it was, which I think it's Jean, if you tell by the way it talks and by the way the account gets frustrated, it clearly sounds like Jean. That person, she should have blocked because it was coming at everybody else, hard on her channel, and that's what I'm talking about. If she likes her subscribers and so much and is down for them, that person should have went out the door when it attacked everyone on different videos, different all the way down. I mean, it was from the top comment all the way down, trickled through every comment, millions and millions of conversations, not millions, you know, I'm exaggerating, but the person just kept attacking, and I do truly think it was Jean. So, what do you guys think? Is Jen's true side coming out? Is her and Jean being keyboard warriors? I think so. Let me know in the comments. Let's hold these couple things and I'll let you guys go because I know this is truly a long one. But there was a lot to cover in this. And I think that if Jen don't be careful, taking their freedom of speech away could not look good. So, good old Meyer here, back at Meyer. We've talked about Meyer. Meyer's like a grocery store, has regular items and grocery things. Picked up 2 things for the Valentine's Day and the spring season. This is Good Vibes. This is Sprinkle Donut. This is just a nice kind of like, I don't know what it is. Let's check it out. This brand is called Sensational. Never tried this yet. Like I said, came from Meyer. Just a very good, let's see, it doesn't tell what it is. I don't know, you guys. Clean mixed with gourmand, like food, fruity mixed with clean. But this was $2, like I said. This is just good old sprinkled donuts. It's got kind of your gourmand, your pastry, bakery scent. And I do want to say that I'm burning that candle that I showed you, Bath & Body Berry Waffle Cone. One of the best candles that I've burnt yet, because you do get the waffle cone and the berry. That is one candle that I found that is true to scent from them. If you see it, it's berry waffle cone, and you do get actually a bit of the waffle cone mixed with the berries. So I definitely like that one, and I haven't had one of my lids caught, or labels caught fire on the outside. Haven't had any problems with this one. This was regularly $8, on sale for $5.60. This is an awakening shower spray. I have narcolepsy. We're not going to get into that. I do have a sleep issue. Always had it since I was a kid. And it's just a steam shower therapy. Spray a little bit of mist into the air. You smell it as you shower, and it's just supposed to awake you. So I thought for $5.60 we would give this a try. Okay, I'm trying to make it quick. I know this video is super long. And I got these slippers. I blow through slippers tons. These were regularly $22, and these were $7.90. And they got just a nice rubber back slide, and they're a 7/8, a mix. They got the memory foam here, and I'll show you the brand. And these are from Meyer. I think Falls Creek is one of Meyer's brands. Yeah, so they went from $20 down to $9.99 down to $7.99. Either $7.99 or $7.90, but really thick, got the skid resistant. So, running to Kroger, I got some new notebooks. You guys know Old Faithful, love my notebooks. They're getting small, and I use these for different things. So, got 3 notebooks on sale for 69 cents. So, I picked up these because we got a lot of things coming. And men, stick with me. I do got some guy stories coming along and some different news. So, it's not all about the same things. I got different things covered. I just got to get the videos. This was on sale for $10, regularly $15.99. This is the pillow pad, and it comes with different ways you can use it, and it just holds your tablet. And I thought that's just cool for when I'm cutting back, relaxing, messing around with vids, or just simply watching some of you guys and your channels. I thought this was handy. So this is the good old pillow pad. Very, very thick. I mean, this is a thick boy. I mean, look at that. That is thick. So, on that note, guys, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, like or dislike. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Jen? Do you think it's right to take the freedom of speech away of your viewers on channels? I don't think it is, but let me know what you think. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching. Kai out.